So the bus stops at KL Central, and KL Central is like a big junction, and it has a lot of connectivity. Whether you want to go near Putrajaya, you want to go near Chanting Highlands, you want to go to the KL city, which is the Bukit Bintang and other like really popular areas. So KL Central is like a hub. So at the lower ground, you have the bus depot. You've got to take the elevator or a lift and then get up on the upper area, which now connects you to the metro, to the railway KTM, and also to the public transport like private cab and Uber. So when I landed, actually I was so confused. It looked super confusing. You will feel like completely lost in a land because so many ticket counters, so many connectivities that you as a first timer will definitely get confused. So that back then I just got down and took a cab and went to my place, which was very close to Bukit Bintang, and specifically if I mention, it was in Imbi. Now when I got a little used to the metro, I understood that Imbi was directly connected to KL Central, and if you did not have a lot of luggage, maybe just one bag or just a backpack, it's a good option to just go to and fro through that. Second thing, what you need is a card. Okay, you need a travel transport card, because every time you will have to pay the exact change. Now exact change is not a big problem. You just go to the counter, give them the amount of currency you want to get exchange for a smaller currency. They give you that, and you need to put those currency notes in the AVM machine and get your tickets. But then I think that's really tricky, because when I needed to go to the what do you say, is the Putrajaya area for the Batu caves, that particular line did not support any cash acceptance, so they said you only have card. Now, well, I was confused too. I don't have a card, but I think you could use your credit card if it works internationally. But I found an alternative. Like, I really didn't know about it. I had to work hard about it, and then I figured out what is the alternative. The alternative is you can make a transport card, and you get to get the top up right at the ticket counter, which card could be used in all the transport area, whether it's your bus, which is the government bus, okay, not the private one. You can use it for all the metro and transportation. You can also top up in the wallet of that particular card and use it in the 7-Eleven, not the card, but the wallet of that card. Okay, so I got a top up card, and every time I just went through, I just swiped the card and it was an auto debit. The screen shows you the balance as well, so that's a really pretty good thing. And the plus point about it is if you have that, you can board in any public transport, which merely costs about 1 ringgit to 2 ringgit, and otherwise if you take a cab, you're shelling around 12 ringgit and 15 ringgit. Yeah, and that's the difference, I tell you. So metro and local trains are really convenient and really, but it's like a really well connected route. You got to figure out, you have to take your mappings well, you have to study the map well, and then get down at the right junction. Second thing, what I got to tell you is picking up your hotels. If you're an Indian, you are looking for something specifically Indian restaurant, I would advise you to stay around the KL Central area, especially the Little India, which is just walking on the other side of the KL Central. And you see there are all Indian restaurants, all Indian salons and beauty parlors and everything Indian. There are a lot of hotels there, and you won't have a problem. But if you go apart from there, more far and beyond, then you should be okay with eating the Malaysian cuisine, more of Indonesian cuisine, Chinese cuisine. Very, very less options about Indian. So it really depends upon what you're looking for. That was about food. Accommodation. Accommodation will be about, say, if you stay in hostels, it costs about 600 INR to about 900 INR. Since I was located in Imbi, I was staying in a hostel, which was really pretty good location. It had a decent equipped kitchen, but there were so many stairs to take my bag upstairs, and that was a little catch. But one thing what I didn't like was it was heavily infested with bed bugs. It was not one or two, but it was a lot of bed bugs. So that was something which I didn't like about that hostel. And since I already prepaid it, I used to just keep hopping to other places, keeping my luggage and major utilities there. But the only good advantage of that place was very well connected with the metro system. I could just walk out of the metro and get to my hotel. So I think if you stay around hostels in Indy, you are very well connected to Bukit Bintang and all these places, and KL Central. However, if you wish to do only Indian stuff and things like that, I think KL Central is also a good idea because that's not very far from metro. You shell around 3 ringgit to 4 ringgit each time, like per one side. And if you're good with spending that money, it really doesn't matter. So that's about your accommodation.